Welcome back to Varsity Sports Now. Well, the Howard Wood Dakota Relays special events do receive a large portion of the spotlight on this weekend. By no means are they the only source of excitement from the track. Let's go to the highlights, starting with day one. Let's start at the triple jump pit. Brookings Alexis Gann in another meet, another victory for the North Carolina-bound senior. She goes 39 feet, 8 1/2 inches to break a 19-year-old meet record. She would win the long jump this past weekend as well. On to the boys' triple jump now. Ephraim Albrecht of Redfield Dolan had the best jump of any class at the state meet a year ago. Doesn't go full extension on this effort, but it's still a leap of 45 feet 3 inches. Good enough for a spot on top of the podium where he does whatever that is. Sioux Falls, Washington's Michaela Mayer, a two-time Class AA shot put champ, throwing great all season. Thanks to this throw right about here, 45 feet 8 1/2 inches. She's now a two-time Dakota Relays champion, yet Michaela not impressed. Onto the track now in the last high school race of day one, the boys 3,200 meters. The field featured some of the best distance runners from 3 different states, but the night would belong to this young man. Will Lauer, a junior from Sioux Falls, Lincoln, had his sights set on breaking a 30-year-old Dakota Relays record, and as the bell lap would come around, he was within reach, and Lauer running a 9:07.58, just over a second faster than Rod DeHaven's old mark set back in 1984. He would capture the boys' 3,200-meter crown and walk into the history books.
Coming into it, the goal was to try to go like 9:04. We were just trying to go for like 68-second laps, and I came through on the last lap area. I was a little bit slow, but I thought I could get it, and it just wasn't quite there. The school record is 9:06, so it was just really cool to know that we have the ability to actually break records that have been around for a long time. So it was just a great confidence boost.
Day 2 at the Woods started under sunny skies and featured more great athletes doing work, including John Theraldson of Bismarck. He goes 60 feet 8 1/2 inches in the shot put, which would be good enough to win almost anywhere, but not when this guy's in the field. Jack Lemke of Roosevelt firing off a toss here of 61 feet and change to take the boys' shot put title, and he likes it. To the track now, where there were great finishes and fast times all day, starting here with the AA boys 4x1. Rapid City Central's Quade Ruffin-Hill and Roosevelt's Taryn Christian get the baton on the anchor carry at virtually the same time. They'd be neck and neck all down the home stretch. Ruffin-Hill would just edge Christian by 0.02 of a second to get the win for RCC. Another great race. The boys 400 meters. Bismarck Century's Landon Jochim will be pushed by Lincoln's Adam Belhaj and the defending South Dakota AA 400 champ Cam Holmes of Brandon Valley. But it would be Jochim taking the win in an incredible time of 47.78, a new Dakota Relays record. Outstanding stuff from Jochim.
Just coming around about 250 meters, felt pretty good. Passed the guy right outside of me, which is going to have a really fast time. And I knew I felt good. And about 20 meters in, I just kind of looked up at the board just slightly and saw 47, and I just had to finish the race. It was real tough. You know, I've been working for this for a couple years now, and to see it all come together at a meet like this, great atmosphere, it's just really rewarding.
In the hurdles, it would be a great day for Chamberlain's Hudson Preeb. The Drake recruit would beat a loaded field to take the 110-meter crown in a time of 14.97. He'd also win the 300-meter hurdle title as well. Girls' 100-meter dash, now no one would come close to catching Courtney Towling of Pierre, who would run away from the field to complete her sprint double on the weekend. The boys' 100 meters, a tight one between Hopkins' Shahid Hickman and Roosevelt's David Mulba. Mulba, the top qualifying time coming into the final, but it would be Hickman taking the win when it counted by only 0.05 of a second. Great run by him, even Mulba on the podium, begrudgingly gives a little applause. Class B girls 4x4 now with Freeman leading and Ipswich close behind. The Tigers have some trouble here with the handoff from the second to third legs. They fall back to the middle of the pack, but when this girl is your anchor, your margin for error greater than most. Macy Hines, who finished second in the 400 to Brooke Ireland earlier in the day, would bring the Tigers all the way back for their third relay win of the weekend. Outstanding weekend for Ipswich. Boy, we love the hugs here on Varsity Sports Now, don't we? Class A boys 4x4, a great battle between Custer and Bonham. You see the Wildcats here make the pass to the anchor leg first. That's Chase Glazier now on the baton for Custer. But on the home stretch, here comes Scott Van Winkle for the Cavaliers, coming from behind to lead Bonham to the victory in a time of 3:30.87. Somebody give those guys a trophy. There you go. Last race of the meet now, the AA boys 4x4. One more chance for Century's Landon Jochim to shine on the Dakota Relay stage. It's Patriots versus Patriots here on the anchor carry. Jochim would duel with Lincoln's Adam Belhaj for the second time in the afternoon. Despite a great charge from Belhaj, Jochim would prove too much, leading Century to the win in near record-setting time to cap a great weekend of track and field at Howard Wood. That's a lot of information to process, so when we come back from break, Jay Elson and I will break down what this all means with one eye on the state meets coming up at the end of this month. More Varsity Sports Now coming up next.
Varsity Sports Now, presented by Sioux.